Hello, I'm Melissa Golden, the director of Stemcelix, and I want to take some time to really educate you about stem cell therapy and some of the different ones that are available to everyone. So if you don't know what stem cells are, they are a rudimentary form of cell that when they divide, they can turn into another stem cell, or they can turn into other types of cells. Heart cells, lung cells, cartilage cells, bone cells, nerve cells. And that's what gives them their regenerative properties. So at Stemcelix, we use stem cells to regenerate tissue so that you can avoid drugs, injections, and surgeries. There's all kinds of different ways we can use stem cells, but one of the ways that we like to use them is for orthopedics. That means that we can treat things like torn meniscus, labrum tears, torn rotator cuffs. We can treat osteoarthritis, even bone-on-bone osteoarthritis. We can treat avascular necrosis. We can also treat rheumatoid arthritis and ACL, MCL, PCL injuries, all of those as well. But one of my personal favorites to treat would be our COPD and emphysema cases. Pulmonary cases are very special because you can see in their face when the oxygenation is low. And when we treat them with stem cell therapy and we can increase the lung tissue and also decrease the inflammation in the airways, you can actually see in the face of the patients that their lips are now pink and their cheeks are peachy, and it's really, really beautiful to watch. So stem cells are the only thing in the whole world that are actually helping to reverse the condition of pulmonary disease. After that, we also treat autoimmune conditions, and those are going to include your diseases like lupus, fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis. Those are systemic inflammatory diseases where you have inflammation that's widespread, and it can cause all kinds of issues and discomfort. But stem cells, again, are one of the only things that can not only reduce the inflammation, but also regenerate the tissue that's been damaged by that chronic inflammation. And then lastly, the last thing that we really focus on at Stemcelix is going to be anti-aging. We can do facial rejuvenation, hair restoration, and we can even treat erectile dysfunction to reverse the condition. And we get the stem cells from your fat tissue. Stem cells as an adult are stored in both your fat tissue and in your bone marrow. We choose to use the fat tissue because it's a little bit easier to get to, the technology is newer, it's a higher yield of stem cells, and most people don't mind donating a couple tablespoons, and it hurts a lot less than drilling into your iliac crest. And we choose those because those are the live sample of cells delivered, 30 to 60 million cells delivered in a dose at a time. I do want to caution you against umbilical, placental, amniotic stem cells. There are tons of clinics that offer these products, and although they're not harmful, they're just not as valuable as a live sample of cells. When you take those cells from the birth process and you make them shelf stable so that you can later on sell them, you compromise the specimen, which means that the stem cells may not even be alive, and you could just be getting a dose of growth factors, which is still really good, but nowhere near as good as an actual live sample of cells. I know you're thinking this must be very, very expensive, but stem cell therapy at Stemcelix is actually incredibly affordable. Most stem cell procedures are between $5,000 and $6,000, and even though insurance doesn't cover it, and that may sound like a scary number, we also have payment plans and financing options, and we're willing to work with all of our patients to make sure that they get the health care that they need. And the best way to start your process of getting back your health is to schedule a free consultation. You can go to our website, www.stemcelix.org, and request a free consultation on there, or you can also call us at 813-938-7034. We're located right here in West Shore, beautiful Tampa Bay, at 4401 West Kennedy Boulevard, Tampa, Florida, 33609.